All right, what I want to show you here is this is our Tennessee walking horse, Jose's Magnificent Merlin. He's yawning now, but want to show you how he's calm with the bit now, and he's just yawning. He just took him out on a ride, and Eric can tell you a little bit about how he's gotten, how he's worked through that, and also like why he's in this bit right now.
So, like Ed said, we just took a trail ride for an hour or so. He does really good outside. Um, when we first got this horse back from whoever started him, he had a tendency to ball his tongue up behind the bit and push on the mouthpiece. And I was wondering what we were going to do about it, and we haven't done anything except for be quieter with our hands and try not to set the horse up to fail. Right now he's just playing with it a little bit there, but
and that's the normal thing that you want to hear when they do that. You hear that cricket rolling. It's just intermittent. See, like that, just intermittent. That tells you he's relaxed about it.
Right. And it used to be every time I'd pick up on the reins, he would start chewing on the or using his tongue there, like he's kind of doing now.
Yep, a little bit.
It's funny how when you start talking about something, the horse does it.
Yeah.
But we've noticed that he's actually gotten a lot better with his mouth and not, but I don't ever pull on his face hard,
Yeah.
When I put up a wall on him, I simply hold my hands, and if he's pushing against it, that's on him. That's not on me. Mm-hmm. I don't physically pull the horse. I make the horse,
So he's kind of like bumping into like a coffee table, or so, like if you're shin,
right,
as opposed to the coffee table coming at you and pushing you.
Exactly.
Back. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, we have transitioned him into that Santa Barbara cheek piece bit with the half-breed mouthpiece, and he's been ridden in that a couple times. Why didn't you just take him out on the trail like that?
Just in case. He's only been trail rode maybe 10 times. I don't even know, honestly. Mm-hmm. But if he were to spook and run off, and a lot of times I let him kind of explore that option for a little ways. Mm-hmm. But if I need to shut him down, the best way I can do is to bend their head around, and you can't do that when you're riding one-handed.
Yeah.
So
those bits aren't designed for that.
Exactly.
They've got to know all that before you put them in it.
So I didn't want to set him up to fail, so to speak. That's why I put this back on him to go out on the trail ride. But it won't be long, and he'll be riding in the other bit all the time,
So you can do that. Like I remember years ago, not thinking that you could go back into different things, but you can, if you're having trouble with the horse, you can go all the way back to a rope halter, for instance. Like if it doesn't know its lateral stuff, and you got to be bumping on him and stuff, trying to preserve that mouth.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten better with it, and he continues to keep getting better. It's.
Yeah, see, he's kind of yawning right now. Here, show you. He's kind of yawning, but see how he's like that. That's normal. That's what we want to see. Now he'll see how he's doing that right now. He's kind of setting it under.
This horse was started in a bit.
Yeah.
The other horses that I started were started in a halter. Mm-hmm. So.
And why do you think that's advantageous?
Well, I feel like when they can't. If you introduce it too fast and you're pulling and stuff, it just messes with their mind. And
I've seen that they kind of like if you're trying to teach them something new and you start them right into like a snaffle or something, and you do have to take their head away, or you do have to pull or something, that all of a sudden then they're focusing
on
like
their mouth.
on their mouth and not on what you're trying to teach, right?
Right.
Where the rope halter, we've taught them, we've done all this groundwork with them in it.
Yeah, they've learned it on the ground in the halter first, how to turn off of slight pressure,
Mhm.
the neck rein, how to yield the hind end by lifting up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and all that is taught in the halter where I'm not having to.
Yeah, and we actually start that on the ground.
Right,
Yeah.
and on the ground, yep.
Yeah. So like I know you're like when you do that hand motion, like when you're holding your hand up like that.
Yeah.
That you start with on the ground, and you even start at liberty without them even having
exactly
anything in, right?
It really helps to teach the horse, it's a familiar thing and it helps them learn better. But when you can do it at liberty and they're using their mind,
Yeah.
they're really learning. But if they're not in a learning mindset, you're not going to be able to accomplish or teach them much of anything.
Yeah, you're probably the only thing you really teach them is something negative.
Right.
You know, I mean, like an aversion to something or whatever. I know I was like, when, years ago when I would see people doing stuff at Liberty, and even some of the books and stuff, they talk about, they get them all kind of rock solid, like, but using all sorts of tools, and then they kind of strip the tools away.
Yeah.
But you've actually, and a lot of times, just jump right into Liberty,
yeah.
and find that they
get everything a lot quicker.
Yeah, the tools are kind of almost non-important.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.